At the entrance of Purple Cloud Mountain, there is a seemingly empty yard with only a few sculptures casually laying around. But if you travel back after defeating 100-Eye Daoist Master, you'll find a stone tablet inscribing with "Loving Mother, the Webbed Immortal, Violet Spider's Tomb." But is she truly gone? Also, have you wondered why Bajie and Violet's child is the 6th sister instead of the 1st? I mean, who are those of the rest spiders? These questions point to a much deeper, hidden story within the Webbed Ridge. Yet, the key to its mystery is unfortunately lost in translation. In this episode, we're gonna dive a little deeper into the lore of Chapter 4 and answer the questions above. The key to whether Violet's spider truly died lies in this specific curio found at her tomb, the Preservation Orb. This curio is from the story of Wuji Kingdom in the novel Journey to the West. So in short, the king of Wuji drowned dead for 3 years, but his body was kept intact by the Preservation Orb. He was then carried out from the bottom of a well by Bajie and brought back to life by Wukong with a soul remigration pill. If you need a quick reminder on the characters, check out my Who's Who guide. While the novel doesn't explicitly say what became of the Preservation Orb, its presence at Violet's tomb strongly suggests it came into Bajie's possession. With prior experience, Bajie knew exactly how to save Violet, using Preservation Orb to preserve her body and Soul Remigration Pill to bring back her soul. And as if confirming this plan, a Soul Remigration Pill is also hidden nearby. Therefore, we can safely assume both the orb and the pill were left by Bajie, waiting for the right time to bring her back to life. Now the question becomes, why Bajie didn't revive her straight away? In previous episode, we mentioned the purge against Wukong's allies. Being Wukong's sworn brother, Bajie is clearly a target of that purge. If Violet were alive, she would be a constant target, a hostage to use against Bajie. So maintaining the appearance of death became her safest option, a necessary deception until the danger passes. Well, the answer to the spiders' mysterious identities is hidden in their names. There is a crucial linguistic clue lost in translation. You see, in Chinese language, the words used to address older and younger people are completely different. So if we look into their names in the original text, Jie means older sister and Mei means younger sister. Therefore, their names are actually older sister, older sister, older sister, older sister, younger sister. So the hierarchy is clear. 4 older sisters, followed by 2 younger sisters, with Violet herself being the missing reference point in the middle. Now at this point, these 7 spiders' identities become obvious to all the novel fans, because there is a memorable group of females related to the number 7, that is, the 7 Celestial Maidens. In the novel Chapter 5, Queen Mother of the West told the 7 Celestial Maidens to go pick peaches for the banquet, and the maidens are dressed in red, cyan, white, black, violet, yellow, and green. The developer Game Science deliberately rearranged the color order to make things not too obvious, but the core connection to the 7 Celestial Maidens remains compelling. My assumption is, not just Violet, but all of them were cast down from the Celestial Palace into Spider Yaoguais as punishment for failing to gather enough peaches for the banquet, a failure ultimately caused by Wukong himself devouring all the ripe ones. Since we've unveiled the spiders' identities, the only question left for this video is, why Bajie and Violet's child ranks the youngest? To answer this question, we may have to start with Violet's wound. In the cutscene, 100-Eyed said her wound was recovering. But what wound? Crucially, her journal describes how her spider sisters captured Tang Monk, leading Bajie to kill them to save his master. But Violet herself wasn't physically harmed in that conflict. Despite escaping physical injuries in that fight, Violet does exhibit signs of severe weakness and aging, something highly unusual for a powerful Yaoguai. This tells us her condition stems from something else entirely, a massive drain on her power. And she deliberately hides the true cause, not just from Hundred-Eyed, but even from the daughters she cared for. What exactly is she hiding? Previously, we went through Bajie and Violet's whole story in a timeline. Check out this video if you need a rewind. After being cast down into the mortal realm, Bajie and Violet made love once and once only during his journey to the west. Back then, she was still among her spider sisters instead of daughters, so if they were having a child, their child should be her firstborn. Then why she is the youngest in BMW? It doesn't seem to make sense. My theory is, shattered by the loss, Violet used her profound power to reconstruct the physical forms of her slain sisters. This act of near-divine resurrection came at an immense cost, draining her vitality so severely that it visibly aged her and left her weakened. Because in the first sister's journal, she had memory of Violet being young and beautiful. Violet could remake her sister's physical forms, but couldn't bring back their memories. That's why they thought they're born instead of reborn, and calling her mother. Consumed by the effort of saving her sisters, Violet simply had no power left to sustain her own pregnancy. It was only after acquiring Wukong's relic from Hundred-Eyed that she finally harnessed enough energy to bring her own child into the world, explaining why this little one is the youngest. Now you have it. I hope you find this video entertaining and helpful. If you want to see more theory crafting like this, please like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. Next time, we unravel the mystery behind the spider's imprisonment and uncover the true sinister goals of the masterminds pulling the strings within Webbed Ridge. Stay tuned.